G'day Badlers and welcome to the G'day Badlers podcast episode 67. Oh God. And welcome to the Australian PvP Pokemon Go podcast. I don't know if we've ever said that. We're adding that in now. I'm debbiepebble, your co-host with PvPSteve. How are we today?
Pretty good. We got a whole lot of news, and by a whole lot of news, I mean like not heaps, to be honest with you, but we do have pretty much the entire 2027 schedule, including the entire 2027 Oceania schedule. Let's go. For the first time like ever before Worlds.
Wow.
I mean, it's incredible.
Incredible.
Literally a 10-month lead time till Melbourne in May, which is just unheard of. So like shout out to like whoever behind the scenes made that happen. Like I've
Thanks,
never
Steve.
Me, you're welcome. Thank you. like I don't know if it's an ESL thing or a TPCI thing or like a convention center thing or like where the like main problem lied, because I'm sure like someone was the most at fault. I don't know who was carrying that burden, but I'm glad that has been sorted this season, and I hope that it is the same going forward.
It is a big relief, I think, for someone that likes to plan ahead, likes to schedule, someone that has to fly to every single tournament. It's good to know leading up to it so that we can plan ahead and also hopefully not pay so much as well, because, you know, it's not like I think about the times where I didn't go, but you did, to that Brisbane tournament, which was, 3 weeks beforehand, lead up time during Schoolies week as well. And
such an expensive weekend.
I remember saying it's costly.
I can get the exact figure up because like I burned some cash because like, you know, again, 3 weeks notice, so you're already like, you know, up against it. Prices are going to be high for flights and hotels. But also the fact that it was schoolies means that heaps of people travel to Brisbane, flights and hotels already like sort of getting burned up. Okay, so it was Brisbane 2022. Oh my gosh. Okay, I stayed one night.
Yes.
I flew in on Saturday morning, crack of dawn, rocked up to the tournament, stayed the night, Saturday night, and then stayed Sunday, and then flew home Sunday night. Now, this number includes, I haven't split it up by, it's hotel plus registration plus flight plus any food, any expense at all in the entire trip.
That weekend.
$974.
And it's not far from Newcastle to Brisbane.
No, pretty cheap flights normally.
Yes.
So, that is pretty expensive. You know what? It is more expensive than the OCIC weekend where I stayed in Melbourne for like, you know, 4 nights and I purchased a new suit. So there's that.
Yeah. So the notice is good, is what we're getting at. The heads up, knowing when the whole Oceania season basically is laid out for you, and so we can go through the dates. But the first one up is Brisbane. It is in September. It happens to also be the same weekend as Safari. So there is a few people that were already going to Brisbane for the Go Safari weekend and probably already booked their accommodation and, you know, flights. And now we've added the regional on the same weekend. So for those that kind of dabble in both, they might have to pick between the two or do one on the Saturday, do another on the Sunday, or forgo the regional and just do the Safari. I know some people from Perth are heading over for Safari weekend, which I'm kind of trying to rope them into at least try and buy a ticket to the tournament. Like, guys, could you just rego and just rego a team that at least that. But again, it's kind of like good and bad. I don't know how to take it. I think it's a good thing because most times Go is one day, so we do have that full Sunday available. However, it's kind of like if someone's already bought the ticket for the weekend, it's like, oh, can I try and get a refund or allocate my day to like Sunday, or if they want cup points or do side tournaments, and that weekend's kind of gone. So yeah, unsure for those kind of people, but in my opinion, it's pretty good.
Yeah, I think it depends where you live. Like people that live in Brisbane, it's like purely a bad thing, right? Like it's like,
Mm,
oh, because they wouldn't have to pay any travel costs. They could have done City Safari and they could have done a regional on a different weekend. It's fine. If you're someone that's in Perth, it does make it a little bit more bang for your buck because you get to rock up. You
mm.
can do City Safari one day, you can do the regional the other. If you like go O2, like usually it's a bad thing that's a double elim
Yes.
tournament because it means like, oh, I don't get to play much of the day. But now it's like once you lose, you can just go play City Safari if you want, which I think will mean that like side events, at least from the Go side, are probably not going to be as touched,
Mm,
to be honest with you. Because like, why are you going to hang around and pay money to like do a little random tournament for not that much benefit when you could just go and play a City Safari zone where you might not have played one ever before? So
yes.
there's a
Yeah.
little bit more
Just
of a value proposition from that side of
yeah.
things.
No, and you're completely right. Like you could go O2 and then be like, all right, see you guys. I'm just going to like, hypothetically watch the stream on my phone, go play at the same time, come back when it finishes and then do the social. So you can really like try and squeeze a lot into that particular Saturday. And yeah, I think unfortunately you are correct. The side tournaments are probably not going to do too well. I don't imagine too many people. I'm not saying it's not going to run, but I don't imagine there'll be too many people at the cup if they do that on the Sunday or the challenge on the Saturday afternoon. Even Sisterhood, it's going to be like really lower numbers if that even is going to launch on that Sunday. So I
Yeah.
hope they take that into account. That is not a reflection on not that there's lack of interest from Go.
Mm.
It just happens to be two events at the same weekend.
Yeah. And look, they did say, it was a coincidence. It wasn't
Mm.
intentional that they've put the Brisbane Regional at the same time as the Brisbane City Safari Zone. Pure coincidence. It's in the
Yeah.
school holidays, I think, which
Yes.
I imagine was a big motivating factor for both events
Mm,
individually.
mm, mm, mm.
Because I know that they said from ESL's side that 2 of the 3 Australian events landed in the school holidays that they were trying to hit.
Yes.
So this
Yes.
sort of helped in that
Yeah.
regard.
Yeah, to help the juniors and the seniors, especially in VG and TCG. There's not many in Go, but there are a couple. But like again, it's it is mainly to cater for that crowd, which is 2 out of 3 is pretty good.
Yeah, not too bad. But yeah, that is September 26, 27, which is the second weekend of regionals. So the first
Mm.
regional in the world is the 18th or the 19th and the 20th in Baltimore. And then in that second weekend, there is Brisbane and there is Frankfurt.
Hmm.
And so, there's plenty of regionals after that, blah, 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 blah. There's a little bit of a gap before the next Oceanic
Yeah.
one. There is LAIC in November, which I think it wasn't announced already, but the staff applications had gone out for LAIC and therefore the dates had
Mm.
I'll use the word leaked. It isn't really the right word to use, but because the staff application was out, people didn't know when it was. But it is the 20th to the
Yes.
22nd
Yes.
of November. And then
Hmm.
we're back to Sydney in January, 16th to
Hmm.
17th. And the crazy thing is that Sydney and Auckland, which is returning, the Auckland Special Championship,
Hmm.
it's still going to be 2 weeks apart from each other. It's just flipped which one's first this time. So
Correct. Correct. So it
whatever.
is Sydney first, and then two weeks later it is Auckland. So maybe you can see like a Jumothy, repeat of double regionals back to back using the same team, kind of kind of thing,
Yeah.
because it possibly is still the same meta by that point. I don't think the changeover is in between that time. What's really interesting is that because there's such a large gap, I think with the Brisbane regional, that's the only, I think possibly the only regional that really accounts for the EYC travel award.
Mhm.
So if you do well in Brisbane, you're pretty much of course, there's like locals. No, no,
Yeah. I mean, no, because locals can if you win the regional, you get 350 points, and you can max out your
yes,
locals and get 260. So it's
yes,
very comparable numbers. So technically, it's
mm,
not you can win Brisbane and not get the travel award if enough of the other guys that did well or decent in Brisbane do more locals than you. So it's
yeah,
not.
yeah,
There is a real part of it that it's you have to get something at Brisbane to be able to pass, or
yes,
play at a different tournament. Like LAIC still counts to that as well. And there
mm,
are,
mm.
some guys I haven't looked. I don't know who got the travel award for LAIC. To be honest with you, they didn't have it on the official leaderboards for ages, if they
Yeah,
even do now. It's
mm,
all been
mm.
unofficial leaderboards and trying to add up locals on the side, and it's all a little bit annoying. I'm just checking now, like in case they have put it in there. No, we do not have LAIC 2027 board.
I think someone from the Oceania Discord did put up like a backyard spreadsheet that they made themselves about the LAIC Travel Awards. So there are some Aussies going. So I think I actually asked Adam Avrip if he was going, and he's like, "Do I have the travel award?" And I'm like, "I think you have a stipend, or maybe you do have the travel award." I think I was doing some like a brief look at the spreadsheet, and I think he was in the top 4. I wasn't, but anyway, we'll wait until that's official. Still a while away.
Yeah, who knows where people got points and all the rest of it. LAIC does also count towards that travel award as well. So there's that to keep in mind.
Yes.
And then
well, it doesn't matter because you're going to win it. So,
Marto Galday's prediction of me winning LAIC was just a year delayed. I should make clear that at this point I have not solidified plans to attend LAIC. That doesn't mean I'm not going. I don't have a travel award to go this time. I don't know what my plan is yet. I haven't sat down and figured it out.
Look, I think at this point, just Steve is always a wild card. So if there's a tournament, if there's a local, he might just pop up. So just kind of just one day you just like turn up to your local tournament and you'd be like, what the?
I mean, like the crazy thing, like, you know that I'm not going to be playing Brisbane regionals, Sydney regionals, Melbourne regionals. I can confirm that there is not going to be an Auckland stream. I wondered if maybe there'd be potential, because this time Auckland isn't going to be in a little card shop. It's going to be upgraded to a little community center sort of vibe. So it's not quite the convention hall. I still don't really know what the go is, because when I was there in 2025, they were talking about the fact that the convention center was like finishing up construction or renovations, I guess is the better term. And so in my head, I assumed that that's where we were heading towards. Maybe we're not there yet. I don't know what the go is. Cost just didn't math out, or I don't know what the player capacity is going to be, et cetera, et cetera. But we have gotten bigger. So
which is great, which is fantastic from the store. And I think also they have to give so much notice ahead as well to the location. So being, 6 months ahead, and kind of have to like pin the numbers down. I think they went for a safe bet, being like, okay, let's go with this location. It probably will sell out, but at least that's more information, more data to solidify something as big as a convention center. The team from Auckland is just, all the professors, and there's no big company here. It's just people for the love of Pokemon. So they are really running it out of their own back pocket to try and make it work for New Zealand, which is fantastic that they even have something for them now. And it will be really interesting to see who goes. I wonder what the pricing will be this time round. The playmats looked pretty nice last time. They had the Relicanth card last time, so I wonder what the go is for this time round. Another Relicanth? I don't know.
Yeah, we'll find out as we get closer towards, I guess. And then there's actually, so there are a few North American regionals that are missing on the calendar. So, because I was going to say that there's like,
what do you mean? They only have 4 tournaments, right?
Is it 4? Was it 4 or 5? I think it
was 5.
I was counting NAIC, I think. But yeah, there's like a 3-week gap in the schedule between Auckland at the end of January 30-31 and EUIC in 19-20-21. But yeah, there's probably a North American region. And then after that, after January's double tournament bonanza, we then have to wait 4 months for the Melbourne in May, which is going to be the 29th to the 30th of Melbourne, literally right at the end again. So it's going to be in the same weekend as San Diego at the very end of the month. And there is going to be that sort of Bologna June 5th and 6th that sort of hangs over into the new season before NAIC at June 18th to 20th. We've sort of got our season sketch.
Again, very good. And people can pop that into their diary, start planning ahead. At least if they want holidays or planning things, they can plan around it. Like it's such a good thing. Thank you, whoever decided to be like, yes, here are the dates confirmed. So we've never had that. So those that are in North America that are kind of like, oh, they haven't released like 4 more dates. We're just like, wow, we've actually got dates.
I mean,
Uh,
it's always been a massive thorn in my side not getting these dates because I keep having plans. Like, so I've got a
yes.
family holiday in December and we just
Mm,
had to lock that one in. And I was like, look, if there
yeah.
is a regional that pops up while I'm away, it's too bad, so sad. I'm not going to be there. I don't know if that means that like a broadcast is impossible now. I don't know. It was
Mm-mm.
sort of like, we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm
Look,
glad that there's no
again,
clash.
yeah, the same. Like I've got a family holiday in December as well, and it's kind of like, well, I always have one. And last time it clashed with Sydney Safari, so I couldn't go to Sydney Safari because I didn't announce that ahead. And I was like, sorry, that's like my one weekend of the year that I head overseas to see my extended family. So it is what it is. But knowing the dates now, we know it doesn't clash with anything of that nature, which is good. And yeah, we can. It is a quite a big gap though, like from
Oh yeah,
September all the way to January. But it's again a lot of time that people can do other things in between, get their local points, get their Ace Trainer cards ready.
yeah. I guess that'll be sort of be the grind. But it isn't all positive news, Debbie, because there was a slew of other updates to not only the 2027 season but also the
Mhm.
championship series as a whole.
Oh
So yeah,
yes, the 3 versus 3.
yeah. Look,
Squad up, friends. Let's go.
I truly just my goodness. So I guess
You were squatting
look,
up. I was squatting up.
we'll go straight for the elephant in the room, I guess. In that the craziest announcement is that the 2027 World Championships will be held in a 3v3 team format. Now, if you're thinking, but I already lock in 3 Pokemon versus 3 Pokemon, isn't that already how this works? Trainer, slow your roll. Because they are talking about players, 3 players versus 3 players. How is this going to work? We literally have no idea. They have posted zero other information about how this could possibly work in this single player game. What are we talking about? And the regular season is just going to play 1v1 as normal. It's just going to be, you're going to rock up at Worlds and all of a sudden it's a team format. Go figure out who the 3 world champions are. I guess, Debbie, what are your thoughts?
I'm really interested in whether it's going to be random or you can choose. So obviously, like it's very almost like schoolyard, like picking of teams. So it's kind of like, oh well, I want this person, or like I want Pato, or I want like its accent. Like you're gonna be left over with some people, and they're just gonna have to group up in their threes. Or is it just gonna be random? And you might just be like, okay, you're in there, and then you've got a Latin American player, you've got like a Japanese player. You're like, okay, all right, we'll just have to hope for the best. I did have a chuckle that Avery put on Twitter the other day, where it was like, I think something along the lines of like, you do well in your 3 versus 3, and then next player does well, but then one player like throws their headphones down. It's like I'm like, well, you're eliminated, all of you.
Yep.
And so yeah, I thought that was funny, but I don't know. I think it's interesting. I don't know how it's going to go down. I think I'm so nonchalant about it because I know it will not affect me at all.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I've been thinking about it a little bit more directly because I think there's a problem on multiple fronts. There's a logistical problem. There is there's a how is this going to possibly work logistically? There is a how is this possibly going to work as a format, assuming everything logistical issue aside is fine.
Yeah.
And then there is why. Sort of the big 3. So if we start with the logistical challenges, there's all sorts of things with respect to like what happens if there isn't an even number divisible by 3 that qualify for the World Championships. What happens if you have to lock in your team in advance and then someone can't show up because of visa issues? What happens if you aren't able to form a team? Like there's I guess spoilers into how is this actually going to work. We don't know whether it's random teams or picked teams. Either way, you end up with the same problem where you have to have full teams of 3 somehow. And so you're going to hit these same logistical challenges of how do you do this?
Yes.
And so then it's like, well, if you can pick teams, it is going to be a little bit high school yard and you're going to guarantee that like, well, not guarantee, but you're much more likely to see the same trainers performing well that you expect to perform well. You're going to see Padaman in a team of a cracked 3, whereas like, I keep using myself as an example because otherwise you have to be mean to someone. But like, say like, dumb little PvPSteve like cheated some points from South Africa or something, and then he rocks up, he sucks at this game, he sucks at world, like that he's not going to be winning world championships. Like 2 people are going to be stuck with that loser. And like, too bad, I guess. Like, you're probably not winning worlds because you've got to carry a massive boulder around. You didn't get to team up with Padaman and Axon, so sucks to be you. Whereas like, if I have a bad, like, I got unlucky, that's okay because my teammates, Nighttime Clasher and Mardo Galde will probably carry me. It makes it a little bit more the rich get richer, the socially rich get richer, the known quantities get richer. You're less likely to see a Beelzebub break through the pack and perform really well. And I heard someone said something, because I used Beelzebub as an example earlier, and someone was like, yeah, but he came third the year, or like he came top 8 but the year before he came first. And I was like, yeah, but what if that was the year that it was team format, dog? Like the both times he's like, pew, pew. Like that was his breakout run when he did really well in the 2024 World Championships. And that just becomes less likely if you're not necessarily able to team up with the best players in the world that are going to be wanting to team with each other. So I don't like it from that front. I don't like it from the people are going to get sad that they get, ditched. It's like, sorry, Ric Flair, and we don't have room for you. We don't want you around. Sorry, us 3 are going to team up. Sorry, legend. It's just that level of exclusion that didn't exist before that feels unnecessary. And then it's like, and obviously we don't know the format either. We don't know if it's just going to be Open Great League. Caleb Pang actually made a suggestion that in a perfect world I love, which was having a draft format. And I love it for a lot of reasons, but you're assuming that you've got a cohesive team of 3 that hasn't been randomly thrown together, that has time to draft their teams together, that can make sure they don't have any overlap and all the rest of it, and isn't going to get screwed up by someone having visa issues and getting a last minute replacement somehow, and then having to figure out how these 2 guys you have to build brand new teams that you maybe haven't practiced with just to there's just so many problems all around. And then it gets to like, okay, how is this actually going to work practically? Assume no logistical issues in getting teams together. So then it's like, okay, you've got teams of 3. Is it going to be like faction style where everyone's playing best of 3s? Like, it's sort of 9 games, whoever gets to 5 wins first wins, and you play like one at a time. Are you able to coach each other, sort of like unite? You've got the headsets on and that sort of thing. What's the vibe? Caleb again brought up a really great point here, which is if it is that sort of format, say you're the 3rd player. The first 2 players, 3-0, 2-0. Match over.
Yep.
The 3rd player didn't play.
No.
If it's double elim, you can go 0-2 and literally never play a battle.
True.
And so it's like, okay, that's unfortunate.
That's all right. Steve's riding on that Marto and Nighttime Clasher team. World champion coming right up.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of crazy. And then it's like, how much money would I have to pay Padoman to like get me on his squad? Like, is there an amount that he would forgo? He would like really lower his chances to become world champ to carry
Padoman. Hey,
what's your price?
It's your friend PvPSteve here. Just wondering.
Yeah. But yeah, and then it also opens up the kettle of worms where it's like, look, this isn't a team game. A lot of people enjoy factions. They've chosen to play factions because they like team formats. If you're playing the championship series, you haven't chosen it because you like team formats. As someone that was sort of eyeing up making a Worlds run this season, it was atrocious news. It's like, oh man, am I really going to have to like hurt 2 other people by, being stuck on their team? That sucks. And it's like, also, it's like, again, I'm not naming names here. Say I get joined up with 2 other, or when I get teamed up with 2 other losers, me, like PvPSteve and the PvPSteve, PvP Josh, and Dr. PvPSteve are like the big 3, right? We
I was
all,
wondering what the third was.
yeah, like none of us are that good, right? We're probably not going to do well. Is it going to just be like, it might be a little bit more demoralizing. Like, I think my vibes would be fine, right? Like, I'm not going to care because I'm like, look, I'm expecting to go 0-2, it'll be fine. But like, if you've got a little bit more motivation, you think that you want to do your absolute best and you're just stuck with, the PvPSteve squad, like, unlucky, dude. That sucks.
Yeah.
You're probably not winning this one. I don't know. It's just my assumption is that so there's logistical stuff, there's how this is actually going to work, and then there's the why would they do this. Two things come to mind. One is something that we haven't mentioned that we will talk about more in a sec, and that is Pokemon Unite is getting cut out of the circuit. It is no longer going to be in the championship series. We'll talk about that more in a sec. So we're losing that team format that they were able to, that they had. And so maybe they, the executives wanted to force another team format. And they're like, well, we're not going to do it to TCG or VG. Make the Go guys do it. And, now it's just a scramble to figure out how to make that happen.
Right.
That's, I don't know. It's kind of an assumption of mine because I truly believe that someone that has Pokemon Go's best interest at heart would not make this call. It's kind of my take.
And the second
reason that it might happen, it was a typo.
I wish. Yeah, they meant 3 like Pokemon versus 3 Pokemon, not like 3 players versus 3 players, 3v3.
It was an out of season April Fool's joke.
Happy birthday, Professor Willow. So
yeah, well, the what was the wording on the? Because I think T. Westell pointed out that the wording is the tournament will feature 3-on-3 team play with teams formed from the pools of qualified players. Technically, it only says it will feature 3v3 team play. Maybe there's just like one little match on the side, and that's the extent of it.
We'll see. I think it's so far ahead, and until we get more detail about it, it's kind of mind-blowing that they are doing such a format. Like you said, it's a very, very individual game, and the fact that throughout the whole season everything is just on you. Nothing rides on a team format to get points or leaderboards. Nothing is team orientated. So to be suddenly thrown in a team at the end just seems a little bit silly. I'm kind of wondering whether it's just kind of like, let's propose this idea, get feedback, and then maybe possibly change it later. But that's just me hoping. I'm hoping it's kind of like, the GBL walk requirement that someone will just be like, nah, we tried it. Nah, we'll take that away.
Well, they only took that away because of COVID. They didn't take that away because of popular demand. They literally just took it away because of COVID. That was the only reason. So
we can thank COVID for removing the GBL walking requirement.
Yes. There's literally no other way to say it. Yes. It's just a little bit like I hope from the bottom of my heart that there is enough room that this can get reverted, because they've certainly got their feedback, and I don't think that anyone is cheering this as a positive. I haven't heard anyone saying this is awesome, I can't wait.
Yeah.
To be honest. Maybe I've missed it. Maybe you're out there, or maybe you're hiding your head because you don't want to get attacked by every other person on Twitter that thinks this is the worst decision ever made by any human being ever. You just don't want to get people jumping down your throat. I don't know, but
I kind of laughed in the Candle Cult server where it was like, how do we practice 3v3? But I think there's actually a function on DracoViz that you can actually do 3v3, so I'm sure that will come up eventually. But
for like factions and stuff, it's they have it in there, but is that how it's going to work? We don't know.
No, we don't.
We don't know.
We will wait for details when that comes up, and we'll talk about it when that does come up. But until then,
really,
we don't
better
know.
be soon.
But like you touched on before, moving on, that sadness for Debbie and the Pebbles.
Death of Pokemon Unite in the Championship Series. Worlds 2026 will be the last official Unite tournament in the Championship Series. It is going to be breaking off kind of into its own circuit with a sort of kind of like a World Championships type beat in Japan.
Yeah.
It sounds like it's going to be only a few month circuit. Like it runs from like
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember exactly, maybe like September to January.
Mm-hmm.
I did see, I tuned into our coach Zoinks.
Oh yes, yes,
They
coach.
they yeah they were doing a stream to sort of talk through it all and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
And it does
Mm-hmm.
feel very like in Pokemon Unite. They've just gone through this big anniversary thing where they're like you've
Yeah.
been able to get like heaps of licenses for free and
Yes.
free
Yes.
holoware and like all sorts of stuff for free. So
Mm-hmm.
much stuff. Just to instantly turn around and be like, okay, also we're not on the circuit anymore. So like it's like taking your dog out for one last good day. So it's like
It did feel like that when I saw that they were just releasing every single holoware, and I was just like, oh, that's like, it makes me want to log into the game because I haven't played in a while. But then I was like, why? Why are they just like, these are the money making things? Like, why are they dropping everything here? Like, are they that desperate for people to come back to the game? And then when this was announced, I was like, I see we're sunsetting.
yeah, it's a little bit tough on that front. So look, we
Mm.
don't know what this new Unite circuit is going to look like. Technically, there is
Mhm.
still a chance that Debbie and the Pebbles might rise up. There might be a reason for us to jump in anyway. Who
Mhm. Mhm.
knows? There's sort of
Yeah.
no details at this point. It's just that we won't be seeing the Unite guys at the tournaments anymore. So, which is unfortunate because they were also
Mm.
always like, Speediest made a tweet that they're always the most hype. They, bring so much
Mhm.
excitement. It's a cool game to start off Championship Sunday. This
Yeah.
does sort of give a bit more breathing room, I guess, to Championship Sunday, which like occasionally runs kind of long. Like they've just cut a
Mm.
game out. Maybe they're going to add a new game to the circuit at some point. Who knows?
Well, they're adding teams of 3v3 for Go to fill up that time.
Yeah, that's for Worlds, right? And I mean, not for
Yeah, yeah,
ICs,
yeah.
I guess.
No, no, no. We don't know yet.
I'm pretty sure. No, I'm pretty sure they specified
It was only
that it
for
was
Worlds.
only for Worlds.
Okay.
Qualification for Worlds for individual players is not changing. Players still
Mm-hmm.
receive direct invitations based on event performance and championship points accumulated over the 2027 season.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's literally just for Worlds.
Okay. So yeah, we've got a whole year to think about it until it.
Well, they should really announce it before that.
Yeah, they should. They should.
Because it's kind of a massive thing that people are like playing. They're flying all over the world to go to these tournaments, to rack up points, to qualify for Worlds for like what? Who knows? Like it's entirely possible that some trainers are going to be really demoralized to even try and qualify because it's like, well, look, I'm gonna try all season. I'm gonna fly to all of these events, get all these points, and then I'm gonna have to go and face the super team. A bunch of I've got to face the, what are they called? The all stars, the Monstars. I was going for the Monstars. Like it's just Monstars everywhere. And I'm not going to get picked for the Monstars team. So like, what's the point of me spending all of this money to yada, yada, yada? Like I can envision that sort of mindset. And it's unfortunate. I don't know. We'll see how things go, I guess.
Yeah. So I think that was all from the big announcement, hey?
Well, no, this other stuff, like they changed how Travel Award tie breaks work now. So now it's
I
not.
didn't read that part.
It's not on play points. Starting with the 2027 Europe International Championships, ties for Travel Awards will be determined by finishing position at previous regional and international championship events. Now, this isn't quite clear exactly how this works. There's a few things that are a little bit unclear. But basically, if I can try and find where... Okay, so basically, if you tie on CP for Travel Awards and such, it goes down this list. First off, highest finish at an international, if it's within the top 16. Then highest finish at a regional, if within top 16. Then highest finish at an international, if in top 64. And then it sort of like goes down, right?
Right, okay.
But it's sort of unclear. There's a few things that are question marks. Do special championships count? It's unclear. Does if it top 16 at Auckland counts, like that's kind of crazy. Or a top 16 at Johannesburg, like dog, you can go 0-2. There's a question mark around how that's going to work. There's a question mark of, is that 2027 season only? Is that only in the Travel Award period? Is that in the last year? Like these are just the details around the edges are not made clear. Basically.
Perth Regional 2022.
Yeah, like Who knows if that counts? I don't know.
Yeah.
There is that to sort of be aware of. Play
Hmm.
points potentially just don't matter for anything now. Or
I
maybe they
don't
still
think so.
matter for, I guess technically they haven't said they don't matter for World Championship qualification,
Mm.
but at least in the Go side of things, I don't think they've ever actually excluded anyone based on play points.
No,
Because
not from our
HS
side.
Shearer got
Mm.
given an invite even though she was technically one
Down.
spot short.
Correct.
And so she still got the invite. Same thing happened
Yes.
last season. So
Hmm. Hmm.
I guess it never really happened. Technically, it's in
Yeah.
the rules, I'm pretty sure still. So they're
Yeah.
allowed, like, I think they're within their rights to not give HS Shearer a Worlds invite. This is
Hmm.
like how the rules are written.
Hmm.
They've just never enforced that. So
No, no.
I'm
And I
not
think,
saying don't ignore it, is sort of where I'm coming from, is like,
yes.
hey, maybe still be cognizant of play points just in case.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you're correct in saying that they have every right to not include her. However, they I like to think that they are not that cruel and would see that, hey, okay, they've got pretty much equal amount of points. They're just one off. Yeah, invite still goes. But again, it could
I
just
don't
be.
think it's about cruelness, to be honest with you. Like,
Mhm.
if they stuck to their guns and they
Mm,
enforced it and they didn't give the extra invite, I wouldn't be complaining. Like, I
mm.
would say it's a really sucky spot. Like, it
Yes,
sucks.
yes.
And it would, it's unfortunate. But I wouldn't be like, this is outrageous. Because I'm
Mm,
like,
mm,
well,
mm.
it is how the rules are set, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah. At what point is a boundary? So
Like, it's
this
not an
is.
injustice, is, I guess,
Mm,
my thought.
mm,
Um,
hmm.
but I'm happy they're ignoring it. It's like, I
Yes, yeah,
prefer the
yeah.
universe they ignore it.
Yes,
To be
yes,
very clear.
yes. Mm. Agree,
And
agree.
then I think that pretty much, yeah, that sort of covers everything in the big
Hmm.
2027 announcement. If you're a VGC or a TCG head, there's some extra bits and bobs, mostly for VG, but yeah,
Hmm. I think
otherwise
there's
that's
more
the go.
placing, like there's more world invites. Ours hasn't changed; it's still the same. Oceania still is 10
I kind of thought the
for Go.
Worlds invites extra were only for the juniors and senior
Juniors,
stuff.
yeah, juniors and
Yeah,
seniors, yeah,
which
not for
yeah
masters.
doesn't affect us.
No, no, no.
Yeah.
Or maybe affects you.
Pokemon Go, all invites are the same across the board as they were last season. It's identical.
Hmm.
So yeah, let us know your thoughts on the 2027 season,
Hmm.
on how the heck you think 3v3 is going to work.
Hmm.
Beats me, dog. I
So
hope
we
they
have
tell us real
potentially.
soon.
So we definitely have 10 that are going. Well, will be qualified for Worlds 10 to 14, like we did this season.
Potentially more with ICs, huh?
True, true. Or potentially less if you're Jumothy.
Yeah. Technically, if we get all 4 spots at all 3 ICs, that adds an extra 12. We can get 26 invites this season. And we can
Oh.
go win other regionals to get invites as well. So we can probably get like 50 invites. So I look forward to, congratulations to the top 50 from Oceania. You are all going to
Yes,
Worlds guaranteed. Congrats.
yes, yes.
Um,
Let's just ignore the the constant 4 Japanese players that come over every single regional.
do really well.
They do.
Uh, yeah. So that's one of the things we want to talk about. The other thing, and the only other thing that's really gone on, was anniversary event in New York City. And
Yeah, that
despite
happened.
um, despite common thought or
Hmm.
common speculation,
Hmm.
I wasn't there.
I thought you were there. I heard you were there.
I mean, I heard I was there. I got messages that said they spotted me on stream.
Oh, there we
I wasn't
go.
there. Dog.
Wait, really?
Yeah, Dancing Rob messaged the World Champ chat, and he was like he messaged like, "Hi, Steve," because he saw me at the broadcast, and I was like, "Dog, if you're seeing me on the broadcast, Mewtwo ain't the only clone out there in New York City." I was not there.
No. So yeah, I suppose it is. We celebrate Pokemon Go 10 years. Was released back in 2016, and now being 2026, it's yeah, they decided to have something on now on the 9th of July, which is a Thursday. um there was already a little bit of rumors of something happening because on the in-game ticket side of the game, you could actually click on it and it actually showed something happening in New York City. So a few people were already like, "Hey, what's going on here? Why is there an event in the in-game ticketing side in the game?" But it said sold out, so no one could buy tickets to this particular event. It just it was just there. So it had that in-game, it had New York City, and then underneath it, it had, Go Safari Brisbane and all the other safaris. So it's a legit, like, in that side of things, on the ticketing side. So people are already speculating something's happening for the 10-year anniversary in New York City. I guess, like, behind the scenes, I don't know what to extent that I can talk about it.
Debbie, you haven't said that you were there yet.
I got an email 2 weeks beforehand that asked if I wanted to go. So I had a look, and it was hashtag sponsored. So I was like, okay, I can definitely make this work. And again, it was 2 weeks out. Now, earlier in this podcast, we talked about how expensive flights were for you to get to Brisbane in like 3 weeks notice. So you can imagine how expensive it would be 2 weeks notice to get to New York City from Perth. And
literal opposite sides of the world. That
it is. It's if you had Perth and you drew a line to the exact opposite side of the world, it pretty much hits New York. So it really didn't matter how I got there, because it would be long regardless. It would be almost exactly the same length. It doesn't matter how I go. Like, sorry, people that are flat earthers, but the globe is like
people that are correct. Thank you.
Oh, sorry. It is a sphere. So if I'm here, I have to get to the other side. I have to make some way to get there. So yes. So as Steve said, I was in New York City. I did make the trek all the way there. I have Greg from America to thank in regards to helping me get there. And yeah, it was a very long trek. I went from Perth to Sydney, Sydney to Auckland, Auckland to New York City, and that last leg was about 16 hours. And yeah, it again, I don't think I've been on a flight for that long. Even all the LA ones are about 14, right? So it was a long time on the plane, but I felt pretty good throughout the whole trek there. I landed in New York City and I was like, okay, I'm pretty tired by this point. Like, I've lost a day. This was like 26, 28 hours of traveling. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to grab an Uber to the hotel. And I look on the app and it's like 4:30 p.m., 5 o'clock New York time p.m. And it's 150 USD. And I was like, oh, it begins. Okay, all right. And I remember paying it, and it came up on the bank I'm with is ING. It's not sponsored, but hey, ING, if you want to ever talk. And it came up with the Australian equivalent of 200 something. And I was like, oh, that's so painful. But made my way down. It's quite far away. It's like an hour and a half to get to the airport to Times Square, which we were staying. So Scopely, also part of the invite, included 2 nights accommodation in Times Square. And so yeah, I fell asleep in the Uber. So I was talking to the Uber guy. I'm like in the background, and I wake up. I'm like, oh, okay, we're definitely in the city now, because it's quite different from where the airport is. I haven't been to New York City before, so it was just kind of like, wow, the buildings are tall. The constant Jay-Z like soundtrack in the background. And yeah, turned up to the hotel, and by that point I was already pretty hungry, and checked in, showered. I sent a message to a couple of gaming, which is Yaya and Izo, and they were staying at the same hotel. and they were flying in, I think, 3 hours before I was. However, their flight got delayed, so it ended up being that they got in exactly the same time that I did. So when we
Wait, you could have shared an Uber?
No. Well, originally they were going to land in Newark because New York City. So New York City has 3 airports. So it has LaGuardia, Newark, and JFK. And so they were coming through Newark, which I was just like, okay, well, can't share an Uber because we both complained about the Uber. But when their flight got diverted, it actually went to JFK. So
you could have shared an Uber.
Could have. But it didn't happen. So I'm like, that's okay. And then we went to go to shawarma, which I've never had before. So I was like, wow, it's
the
that
Avengers
thing.
New York classic.
well, it's at this point where I'm just like, oh, all the movies I've never watched, they're really relevant right now.
Yeah.
And the hotel we were staying at, the ballroom downstairs was called like Gotham Ballroom, and I'm just like, wait, is this like where Batman lives? And then I was talking to someone about it, and they're like, well, technically they think Batman's either New York or Chicago, like it's between the two.
It's New York, man.
And I was like, oh, okay, I don't know.
Although, to be fair, the Joker's bank thing was in Chicago, so who knows?
Yeah. So I was like, yep, okay. I trust that the Americans know more than I do in regards to like this kind of history. So I was like, oh, okay. But yeah, that was Wednesday. So the event was on Thursday. Pretty chill in the morning on Thursday morning. I can't recall what I did Thursday morning, to be honest. I just knew it was just pretty chill because I knew the evening was going to be busy. And at this point, I still had no idea what was happening because it was all kept under wrap. Like, we didn't know. We were just told it's a 10-year anniversary. Would love you guys to come down. It's a once in a lifetime event. And that was pretty much it. There were no other details with that. And it was very much, I'm like, I don't know what I'm going for. Like, why am I here? But I also, in the back of my mind, did think going, well, 10-year anniversary, New York City. Why New York out of all the places in America? Like, why are we all gathering here? Because, like, why not, be in Seattle where TBCI are, or be, in LA where, like, the offices are, or somewhere closer? Why are we all the way this way? And that's when the penny, pebble, whatever you want to call it, dropped it. And I was like, oh, wait, the 2016 trailer. And I actually Googled or like YouTubed the trailer up and rewatched it. And I was like, I see. Which was basically, if people don't recall, the 2016 trailer is where they presented Pokemon Go. Like, see people playing, see people catching Pokemon, see people trading, see people playing, like, battling against each other. And it gets to the last bit of that trailer, which is everyone gathered around Times Square taking down Mewtwo and catching Mewtwo. And I was like, I see what's happening.
Okay, you say this. You messaged me.
I did.
You said something to the effect of like, oh, I think, I've got a hunch there's going to be a, Mewtwo thing in New York. And I messaged back, you don't have to say you're guessing, dog. Like, it's...
That was a day of. Okay.
I was like, this is actually just matter of fact. This is not something we have to speculate on. Mewtwo just disappeared from Japan.
At this point, I didn't realize there was an in-game notification that said Mewtwo spotted in Times Square.
That came after the message, to be fair.
When I started seeing like Mewtwo like missing from the Shibuya Pokemon Center, I'm like, where did he go? Lost cat. There's a lost cat.
Oh dear.
And like when Pokemon goes, like, it's not at the Pokestop, it's not there. I was like, oh no. And I laughed at all the comments of like people being like, imagine if you never played Pokemon Go and you rocked up at the like Shibuya Pokemon Center to take a photo with the Mewtwo and it's just like, it's not there. It's like, what?
A day for it.
one day, yeah, out of however long. So, and it's
10
not a
years.
small. It's not a small Mewtwo. You and I have a photo in front of that Mewtwo. It's not
Yeah.
a small Mewtwo to move.
Ah,
So
he's a big guy.
yeah, it's huge. Yeah. So so that was kind of like dropped, and I was like, oh, okay. Because I bumped into that Thursday morning, I did go to the Nintendo store. That's what I did. Because I bumped into a creator named Alex. I'm gonna say Alex Newton. And we were both looking at the Ditto as plushies because Debbie is collecting every single Ditto as plushie. I'll eventually make something out of it, like some sort of content with it. But my point is that they had some Ditto as plushies that I didn't have at the Nintendo store. So I was making sure, okay, I need to go there and grab some stuff before I leave. And I bumped into him and I was like, oh, what do you think is happening tonight? And he's like, I got no idea. Like he was just like, I got the same email as you did. Like I have no idea why we're here. We just got invited. I was like, yep, cool, coming down. I'm like, why do you think we're in New York City out of all the cities in America? And he's like, I don't know. I'm like, do you remember the 2016 trailer? And he was just like, oh. And then I was like, look, it's just, I just have a hunch. I don't know. And he's like, you know, Debbie, you know. I'm like, I don't know. I haven't got verification. I just like, there's no check mark. So yeah, that was funny. Then I went to the Lego store and just checked out a few things. But anyway, that was my little bit for the Thursday morning. Thursday afternoon, the people that got invited were invited to basically they had a chat based the president
panel discussion sort of vibe.
No, well, it was like everyone's in the ballroom and there's seats, and then like you have Ed Wu come up and just talk about like his journey about Pokemon Go, where he started, how the game developed. His favorite Pokemon is Psyduck, and the reason why it's Psyduck because when the water biome was being introduced to the game, it was the first Pokemon that popped up. So that's why he resonates with Psyduck, because it was an indicator that the game was working, and showed the models when it was first before launch. So it's like really like poorly rendered, all these images of what Pokemon Go initially looked like before what it looks like today. And I thought that was really cool. His backstory, and yeah, it just showed a lot of heart behind the game, that these are actually people. Like, as much as people complain about like a company and other things, like these are people that work on the game that really do love the game and want it to thrive and grow. So
on that point, is like, maybe this is a hater take, and I don't like this is kind of just going through my head. Like, it's not something I'm feeling strongly, but like, shouldn't that sentiment be put on more public display? Like in this specific example, like sort of giving this backstory and like giving this cool details and whatnot to a hand-selected group of creators. Isn't that like cool stuff to like put out to the public?
Yeah. So they were very specific about recording in that time, because a lot of the people presenting were actually presenting photos of people with their families and photos of their friends. So they were like, look, guys, you can record, like you can, make an article, you can take photos of us, but do not take photos of the slide. But you cannot record the audio. So it's like, you can jot it down, you can tweet as you go along or something along those lines, but it wasn't something that they really wanted to protect the privacy of, whatever was on the screen. So I actually, because of that, I didn't record anything at all. I didn't take photos. I was just like, look, I respect their privacy. But again, it was something very, very cool that I wish it was something that was presented like, and spread out a lot more, because it was such a heartwarming, wholesome kind of like understanding of a game that I've played for 10 years, and knowing that it's come from these people that spent the last decade and a bit trying to build from it. Like they talked about when they started with Google and using Google's resources, and when they disbanded from Google, and then when they launched. And I remember like there was this metric that he used, and it was how many balls thrown within 1 second. was a metric. And in the beginning, it was only like 10 balls per second, as in the whole game, like 10 balls were thrown per second. And then they showed when it launched on the launch day and how much it grew and is like escalated of like how many million balls are thrown per second in this game. And I was just like, what? Like, I've never thought about a metric like that of balls thrown per second in like Pokemon Go. But it just goes to show going how much they had to build very quickly, how much they had to handle the servers as well, because the servers were overloaded. So they had to buy servers. And at that point, I think in 2016, they had the largest amount of servers than any other like game that was available. Now in 2026, obviously that's different, but back in that time they had the largest percentage of those servers. And I was like, wow, it just goes to show, like, back in those 2016 times. And they talked about how like they had to, like, shut down the game every now and then, and you had all these glitches because like it was just the servers trying to catch up to all those delays. And it just made a lot of sense. From someone that has played from day one, I was just like, I remember this when it happened. I remember when they had to close down these servers. I remember like getting this screen where it's had like the Pokemon at the bottom and the Magnemites are working on the servers. Like it said that. And I was like, yeah, I remember that bit. So it was very, very nostalgic. It was kind of like you could see they were just working hard, like, and it was really cool. Like, I think as someone that is like someone that has played the game and someone that loves the game, it was such a I don't know how to say it, but like, yeah, just a full circle event to hear that from Ed. And then after Ed's talk, then Michael came up, and Michael talked about his story and how he joined the team a little bit later. He wasn't there from day dot. And there was a story about him and his now wife and how he was like, oh, I want to go on a holiday. And they chose Hong Kong out of all places. And the background was like, yeah, I chose Hong Kong because there was one Pokemon I was missing. It was Farfetch'd. So he spent hours on hours trying to get a Farfetch'd with his now wife. And there's a photo of him and his wife. And his wife looks so elated. And Michael said something along the lines of like, she's never been, even on our, like the day we got married, she was never this happy. Which I thought was great. He shared the story of when he had his first child and he picked his starter, and it was trying to really push for Squirtle. But then his child picked Bulbasaur. So yeah, he was just like, a bit disappointed in that. And Michael's favorite Pokemon was Machamp. So it was just like, it was just, again, very cool. He talked about the first Go Fest and how badly that went when the servers like were overloaded, and that was his first event as well when he got hired on, and he thought he was going to get fired from that point. And what he kind of said, which I thought was really cool, that the team never blamed anyone. It was more about like, okay, what do we learn from this and how do we grow from this, which is a cool concept. So it was more like, yeah, he was like distraught that was like that didn't go to plan, and that the fact that now we can move on and still kind of run events pretty well. So yeah, it was cool to have that kind of backstory. After all that, a little bit of like chit chat with everyone else. There was a bar, there was food. They told us to make sure we ate because it was going to be a big night later. They also showed us like where we are and then how far to walk to the Times Square location. And Mark from Scopely had, I thought it was the most hilarious thing. He had a bottle of water and he just popped it in the air, and it was just like, all right, everyone follow me. I just walked through the middle of Times Square with just a bottle of water up in the air. We're like, there's Mark, let's go. And then, yeah, we get to Times Square. And at this point, there's so many people at Times Square because we were all in the meeting room. So we had no idea what was going on. But all the community ambassadors and their friends and their plus ones and some of the locals that were invited to the event were already lining up and in the in the area, but because like we were in the meeting and everything, we got pushed to the front because and then got through. It was pretty cool, like all the Pokemon Go kind of stuff. They gave us popcorn and like a can of spring water, but it was labeled Pokemon Go 10-year anniversary on it. I made jokes throughout the whole night of going, how much would this sell on eBay later?
Probably
And
not
then
zero.
no, not zero at all. They had music playing, so there was a lot of restrictions in regards to recording. So I had a chat with a couple of content creators, and they're like, I can't record, like I can't live stream any of this because it is like copyright music. So they're just kind of like, I'll film a bit, but then I have to like talk over it or like play my own music over it. So I was like, oh, okay, yeah. So we gather into Times Square. It's all cordoned off. There's security everywhere. It was very hot. It was super hot in there. That to a point where we started like walking to the back of the venue because it was just a little bit more airy there. So I kind of paired up with Gabby Snyder and Alpha Phoebe, and I was just like, let's just head to the back because it's just way too hot in the middle. And yeah, we were just battling away because in the Pokemon game app, it kind of had just a year on the bottom. So it had two gyms, but then it had like 2016, and they'll have two gym Pokemon. And then I realized what they were doing. They were doing a countdown. So it was like 2016, 2017, all the way to 2026. And each gym that popped up, it was the new Pokemon that was raided in that year. So that first one was Lugia and Ho-Oh. And then like as the years gone on, they added more and more. I was like, oh yeah, that's right. These ones got released at that year, and these ones got released at that year. And I just didn't piece that together until a little bit later. So I thought that was a pretty cool countdown because then when we got to 2026, we were like, okay, what's going to be released now? During this time, they also had an ongoing live stream. So obviously there was a lot of people watching that because you had like exclamation mark drops. They had 3 roaming cameras around. So you had Mystic 7, you had Awesome Adam and Lando Alpha, that they had a team with them that was just running around in that allotment.
I
I
could
think there
have
was only
sworn there was supposed to be a fourth one. I just can't put
yeah, I
my
think
finger.
I think there was.
Must have got stuck in traffic or something.
Yeah, I believe so. Something along those lines. So, and yeah, it was just like 3 roaming cameras. I watched the stream back and I was just like, oh, okay, right, I see what's happened. So it's kind of like they'll focus on one and then they'll focus on the other. So they'll flip between the 3. There was a time that I was on stream briefly, so I was like, yay.
More than one.
Yeah. The other one was very, very brief, but yeah, there was a couple of times that I was there. It's like, hi. I did get a lot of people sending me screenshots. I'm like, Debbie, it's you. I was like, hi, I'm in New York, guys. So that was fun. And yeah, it was just a bit of a countdown. And then we get to the point where obviously kind of like the eggs of the mega Pokemon is coming. So we're like, oh, okay, all right. This is surely Mewtwo. Surely Mewtwo.
Yeah.
Right?
Mewtwo spotted in New York.
I did see someone post Mewtwo spotted in New York on the Pokemon Go app, and someone saying like, "Mem, I'm Danielle."
Yeah. That was funny.
I thought that was really funny. And yeah, so the timer starts coming down, and we get to the point where it's about to hatch. And at this point, Times Square goes dark. And I'm just like, oh, they have bought every single screen in that square. So not all of it, because like there's a lot further down, but if you could view it from where we were standing, pretty much every single screen was bought and darkened for a second. And I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. And then it goes bright white and you can see Mewtwo appear coming through the screens. And I was like, wow, it is like the trailer. So they even use the exact font that they had from the 2016 trailer to do the countdown. So it was pretty cool. And then when Mewtwo appeared, it wasn't just Mewtwo; it evolved into Mega Mewtwo Y, and yeah, it was. And you're probably familiar with this, but I wasn't familiar with the Unity battle. And
I mean,
using
like, yeah, I did it in Chicago, I guess.
yeah. Gabby had to explain it to me because she's like, "Oh, you're gonna have to put your phone up, and the flash comes on, and then you bring it down." But everyone jumps into one lobby, so there was over 1,000 people in this one lobby. The good thing was that if you didn't get into that lobby, there was another lobby that did work. So I did. So people that did glitch out in that first lobby, they still managed to do the first Mewtwo, which is awesome because I was next to Becca, and she couldn't get in. She had to restart her phone, and then she managed to get in, and she managed to defeat it. So I was happy for her because I was like, "Oh, girl! Like if your phone's not working right now, that's struggle town." Um, and yeah, you're just battling away. I'm just like looking at the screens. All these Pokemon fly by. All these like avatars fly by. I'm like, "Where's my avatar? Like, where is?" I think later to find out it was pre-recorded. So I was just like, "Oh man." I'm like, "Who's walking a Jinx?" Like, and yeah, so that was pretty cool to just see the screen, see like Mewtwo fly around, Mewtwo like using Psycho Cut. Yeah, it obviously like they put a lot of effort for it to be a very 360 kind of show of an event. So that was pretty cool. And then once you defeated it, it obviously has the catch screen. The catch screen, it gives you a Master Ball straight away. So it's not like I had to use it from my like bank. The Master Ball was already there. So I'm like, okay, cool. Throw. I didn't get a shiny. So I was like, yeah, throw. Catch it. And it's got the beautiful New York background where it has like gotcha at the back. So I'm like, oh yeah, this is pretty cool. Looked at the IVs, 12, 12, 12. I'm like, ah. I was like, okay, all right, whatever.
Oh
And at
no,
this
what
point,
a terrible event. Oh
well, at this
no.
point, I didn't know how many we would get.
Yeah.
So with the background, because a lot of people assume that, oh, since you're in New York, you must get like 10 of them because you're just going to get like multiple backgrounds.
Right.
And it wasn't the case. So we had one, then we did another one straight after. And that was the one that is the controversial one, I suppose.
What? How come? What's different about it?
Oh, look, you still had to battle it. You still had to take it down.
Yep.
And basically, when it
Uh-huh.
came down, I looked at the CP and I'm like, it ends in 87. Pretty
good?
sure that's a hundo.
Oh, congrats.
Yeah. So and then I checked it. It was a hundo. I could hear everyone around me also say hundo, hundo. I was like, oh, you say everyone got a hundo? Everyone got a hundo. And at this point I was like, that's so cool. And also like, oh no. Uh-oh. Yikes. But also, wee.
Okay, can I just say, like, I don't think it's that big a deal. Like, I know that it's this massive social media outrage.
Oh yeah.
Creators are all out of touch. Anyone that's positive is all out of touch.
Yeah.
You don't we've been spit in the face because we've been playing this game for 10 years and all of these hand-picked creators get a hundo background Mewtwo and we get nothing. We get to just watch them get a cool thing while we get 10 rare candy XL.
Yep.
I can understand being a little bit like, oh, that's kind of sucky. But the level of outrage felt a little bit disproportionate in that dog, it does not impact me in any way if this group of people has a Hundo Mewtwo with a background. It is actually completely irrelevant to my experience on this planet Earth. It will not impact my life in any way.
And that is the same sentiment I would have if I was at home. Like, it would be like, oh, that's pretty cool. But also like, move on with my day. Like, it would have like, it would be in my mind for 2 seconds and then that's it. But again, yeah, it had so much outrage, but I'll get to that point. And yeah, so we collect our Mewtwo's, two with the background. They're still Mewtwo raids, but they don't have the New York background. They don't. I don't think they even have like a. I think it was a DNA background. That was it. So, there were raids, so you could do them, but again, some people jumped into those raids when I was raiding, so they'll just like give us the background. I was like, guys, no, no, no. It's literally only those two that were the special ones with the unity and bring the phone up and down and all that. So after it was done, we did a bit of recording. I did get recorded by Scopely to do post event going, how did I think of the event, and like, how did I get here today, and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know if that will come up in social media in the future, or they might scrap it. I don't know. But it was recorded. And they gave out posters as well, the 10-year anniversary posters. But I didn't have a cylinder or anything, so I grabbed one and I was like, I can't bring this home. This is going to get like absolutely, it's gonna be terrible by the time I take it home. Then Mato Galde comes up to me. He's like, "Hey Debbie, do you want that poster?" And I'm like, "No, I actually don't. I'm not gonna take it home." He's like, "Can I have it?" I'm like, "Yeah, yeah." It's like, "Can you grab another one?" I'm like, "Yeah, if you want, Mato, I'll grab you another one." So I grabbed another one. So Mato's there with like 3 posters. I'm just like, whatever, Mato. Like, if you need it, you take it. It's okay. Like, you have it, dude. So yeah, and then that's pretty much the event finished, and we all walk back to the hotel. We went to Shake Shack just to grab something really quickly because it's quite late at that point. And yeah, that was Thursday night. So with my 2 Mewtwo's, and I was like, okay, I'll go to bed, not realizing the discourse that was all happening online straight after, right? So I'm just like, I go to bed. I'm gonna put a social media post in the morning. Like, I'm just gonna I go sleepsies now. I get up in the morning. I'm like, okay, I'll pick this photo. I'll do this one. And I was like, yep, put the Mewtwo Hundo. And I'm like, yep, cool. All right, post it up on Twitter. And then it's just an onslaught of just all this like, Debbie, you're out of touch. Like, it's like, you take this post down now, and all other things that I will not mention. Of just like, the scum of the internet that just commented. And I was like, I had a few people reach out to me and ask me if I was okay. They were just like, "Hey, we saw it was online. Are you okay? Like, there is a lot of like, hate messages on your Twitter." I'm like, dude, I'm fine. Hey, like, this is so small compared to like and not that I should compare my experience to someone else's experience, but I was talking to Landor Alpha, and he was copying it so hard because he was the face of it. Like, he was on the live stream when the Hundo bit came. But when the Hundo bit came up, it was the one that was clipped going, Hundo, everyone got Hundo. That was him. That was his face, right? Mm-hmm. So I had a chat with him the next day. I was like, what's the worst message you've got out of all of them? He's like, someone wished I was hit by a bus. I was just like, oh, okay, that's pretty bad. Not as bad as what Steve got, even though he was not there.
Yeah, I was like, hey, that's not as bad as this is something I've read. What the heck?
So during this entire time, one of Steve's tweets got retweeted exactly within this 24-hour window.
Well, okay, it's crazy because if you go back to Pokemon Go Twitter, right, like, this is actually kind of insane. So, again, I was not there.
Steve was not there. As much as I would love for him to be there, he was not there. As much as Dancing Rob thought he was there, he was not there.
Like, I did not get sponsored out. I wasn't getting, anything paid for. But like, there's all of these posts all about the New York event, like New York event, New York event, New York event, New York event. Some stuff about Go Fest because that was also that weekend. Like, Mega Mewtwo, like Pokemon Go. And then out of nowhere at all, they retweeted my post that was like, about the 10th anniversary of Pokemon Go. Like, it was just grateful Pokemon Go for giving me opportunities I would never have thought possible. I've been all over the world, made new friends in so many places, just had an absolute blast. Look forward to what comes next. Happy Pokemon Go 10. Just, a selection of 4 photos with other people in it. Yeah. Nothing to do with the Mewtwo event at all.
No, none.
And Pokemon Go, they retweet mine, and they retweet a post from JT Gilly.
Yes.
They don't retweet anything else.
No,
they then
no.
go back to scheduled usual. this is it.
Yep. Straight after that was more like Go Fest weekend. Hey guys, Go Fest weekend.
And so I was sitting there going like, what the heck? Why have I been dragged into this? What's going on? And yeah, I guess just by virtue of being on the Pokemon Go Twitter, I got a worse message than getting hit by a bus. That's for sure.
You did. And I was like, but and all of these accounts, they have no followers. They have no, like, it's blank display pictures. It's just like throwaway accounts.
Of course.
I got one quote retweet from a Japanese player, and it was like, "Shut your mouth." And I was like, "Okay, dude, read the room." Anyway, I'm like, I don't know.
Mine was from a real New Yorker. Their name is Bruce Wayne.
Gotham.
I've actually got to take this one serious.
Oh, so sorry. Like legit hate mail.
Yeah. Anyway, so I got randomly dragged into this story for no reason.
Yeah. So even though Steve wasn't there, he was involved. It's always involved somehow. Steve is just like
left out,
Yeah.
Like,
just always.
Come on, guys! Can't I get a little bit of hate, please? Include me. At Pokemon Go, please retweet this. Please retweet this.
Hey, anyway. Look, you got like last time I checked 60K impressions on that tweet. So
I'm looking at it now. It's at 70K. Holy
there we go.
That's a lot of views.
That is a lot of eyes on that, which is awesome. But yeah, so the fallout of that was, again, what I experienced was so little. I know for especially the Japanese content creators, there were, I think, 2 were present and 2 were not present. And the ones that were not present, they got so much hate to the point where Yuri had to step back. She's actually not creating content at the moment. She's just like, for my mental health, I need to step away. It was just like constant awful messages to her, even though she was not in New York.
Right.
Okay. It was the fact that it's like they thought that she was the portal to Scopely. Therefore, they were just sending all these messages to her, knowing that she's connected to Scopely in some sort of way. And we were all sending messages to her to check in on her to make sure she's okay. But yeah, it was just awful for her. And another content creator from Japan, Yamada, was also copying it. Again, they both were not in New York City. And they both were like, oh, it's Go Fest weekend. It's going to be too far for us to fly all the way from Japan to New York City and then fly back for Go Fest weekend. So it was just, again, very... they again, we didn't know what was happening. I think if they knew, they probably would have made the way to come down. But the fact that it was a surprise and no one knew, they didn't know. They found out at the same time, and then them getting attacked was, it was very bad. Like from that side of things. But like all things, 2 days blows over. Everyone's moving on to the next thing. They started complaining about the raids not working.
Oh my god!
For Mewtwo.
Dude, so annoying.
Which, Steve Master Raider experienced.
Yep. Kind of crazy. I didn't cop it the worst, but I certainly did cop it.
Yeah. So Go Fest weekend was that weekend. Basically, I'll wrap it up really quick in regards to my trip because I ended up staying 5 nights in New York. So Wednesday night done. Thursday night was the event. Friday night, I think this was a chill one. Friday night, can't remember what happened Friday night. Saturday was Go Fest during the day. I hung around a few other content creators. Pokemon Cast was live streaming, so I'm probably in the background of a lot of like that live stream.
A bunch of people out of touch.
We were together.
Yep. Away from the plebs.
yeah, of course. Where's your VIP pass? And then Saturday evening, I went to go watch Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, which was amazing. background, Debbie really liked Harry Potter as a kid. I read all the books, I watched all the movies, and kind of like I haven't watched like the Fantastic Beasts or all of them yet. So I was like very much like stuck to the books. J.K. Rowling a little bit of late, but it also happened to be my birthday. Or birthday Australia time, because my birthday actually went for like a really
Happy birthday, Debbie.
Thanks. It went for the whole weekend because Australia time, it was already my birthday, but America time, it wasn't. So it was kind of like, oh, I guess it's my birthday in Perth right now. I guess so. Uh, I contacted Anne Emma. So Anne Emma, if you're watching, you are watching.
Yeah.
and I sent her a message. I was like, hey, I think you're awake. I'm thinking about watching Cursed Child later today. Should I just go like maybe an hour before the show and try and get some last minute tickets? It's what I did last time when I was in London. Like, I was just whatever's left over, I'll just grab. And Emma replied with like, go to the box office now. I was like, but why? It's like Tom Felton is playing Draco Malfoy. It's going to be really popular. You're also there on a weekend as well. So if I were you, just go now. She also had an app that showed how many seats were available. So I was like, okay. Like, I'm not involved in a lot of theater, but I know Anne is. So I was like, okay, girl knows what she's talking about. So the box office is only 2-minute walks. I'm like, okay, I'll walk down to the box office, have a chat with the box office person. I was like, okay, they gave me the price schedule of things. I'm like, look, give me the cheapest seat, which is like right at the top. And it was still 88 USD. So I was like, okay. And everything else was like, $50 more, $50 more, $50 more. So I was like, I'm not paying 250 USD, 88's fine. And I asked the box office person, I'm like, it's my birthday. Is there a birthday discount? And he was like, no, but I have put you in a very good seat. I was like, okay, thank you. And he did. He popped me smack bang in the middle of where the top level was. So I could see everything pretty evenly, which is awesome. So yeah, then I go back to my room, get ready for the event, eat some food, then walk down and get to my seat. And you can order food from your seat. There's like QR codes on the armrest. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll order like a butter beer. It comes with a chocolate frog. I was like, okay. It was a frozen one, so like a froke kind of type. Like I was like, cool. Yum. Yeah, so that got delivered to your chair. So I was like, that's pretty cool. They only had like a 15-minute intermission. It's a 3-hour thing. And it was only like a very small intermission. So the ladies' toilet line had to go really fast. I'm like, please, sorry, people. I was like, So anyway, did my little break, come back in, watch the second half of the show. Tom Felton. As soon as he came on, everyone, like a minute of applause, just Tom Felton reprising his role as Draco Malfoy. And I was like, and yeah, it was great. Again, if anyone's a Harry Potter fan, go watch it. It was so good. I don't usually say this. I'd watch it again. Like, it's not often a thing that I would say, but yeah, it was cool.
Dog, Debbie doesn't usually watch it the first time.
It was my birthday. But yeah, and then Anne Emma also said, going, if you've got time afterwards, head to the stage door, because not many actors do, but it seems like Tom Felton popping by at the stage door every night after a show. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I've got time. Like, it's 11:30 p.m. in New York, but it's 11:30 a.m. in Perth time. So I was like, I'm awake. And I started chatting with this girl next to me, and they're from Canada. They were here for Cursed Child, and then the next day they were going to the Bon Jovi concert at Madison Square Garden. So I'm like, oh, Taylor Swift's wedding venue. And I talked about like, how far I traveled to watch Cursed Child, and that it's my birthday. And they're like, come to the front with us. Come to the front. So they kind of pushed me to the front. I was like, thanks, guys. Then like we're waiting for someone to come out the door. The first actor comes out, and it's the guy that played Albus. It was really funny. There was this like family next to me that have no idea of Harry Potter. They were like, "Is this the guy?" Like, you know? I'm like, "No, did you even watch the play? Wait, did you even go in? Do you know who this guy is?" Like, I just watched a 3-hour play. I know who this character is. Do you know? Because he had no idea. So the lovely Canadian lady was Googling it for him of like who the famous one was. It's like, this one, this one. It's like, old man's like, "Oh, okay," sends it in his family group chat. Like, you know, just, it was quite funny. And then Tom Felton comes out, big roar of applause. He comes out and he starts at the end of the barricade, which is where I was. So, and he starts signing some things, and he's like, "Oh, do you want something to be signed?" I'm like, "Oh, no, I'll grab a selfie if that's okay." And I got my phone out, and then he grabs my phone and then starts taking it from like his angle. I was like, "Oh, cool, all right." So it does like three snapshots there. And then, you know, I tell him, "Go, oh, look, I traveled 26 hours for
Just
this
for this.
tonight, just for this. I traveled 26 hours. I'm from Australia. It's my birthday
Yeah, give him the
as
full
well."
scoop. Yeah,
And
going
he was
halfway.
like, yeah. And then he was like, "Happy birthday, my dear. Like, oh, did you enjoy the show?" I'm like, "Oh, it was brilliant. I you know, absolutely loved the show." And he's like, "Thank you so much for coming all the way out to see this." And also he said something along the lines of like, "I've never heard someone travel so far to watch my show." So yeah.
Because she didn't.
And then he goes off and starts signing some more things from other people. So I was like, "Okay, cool. I'm gonna go home now." But I'm kind of just like watching, just like, "Oh yeah, he's signing people off." He signs one person, signs another thing, then it comes back to me, and he like goes for a hug, and I was just like, "Oh, okay." So I'm like, I was like, "Oh, this is nice." So I go for a hug, and it's not like a, you know, like a hug and then go. He was holding on for a fair few seconds. Like, I was like, it was kind of like, I was like, and it wasn't like a hug where it's just kind of like, "Oh, yep, here." He went for like the hug and a little bit of elbow behind the head, kind of like, I was just like, "Oh, this is a cradle." So I was like, "Oh, he does a good hug." I was like, "Oh, thanks. Okay, I'm gonna go now. Okay, bye." So that was my fangirl moment. So I was like, "Yeah, I don't." There's only a small amount of people that I fangirl over, and yeah, Tom Felton is one. So I was just like, "All right, birthday tick. Okay, cool. I happily can go home now."
Congrats.
So then I go home. Sunday, my official birthday. Played Go Fest. I was mainly in the car with Lando Alpha and Scott, username Libro, and Lando Alpha's wife Val, and yeah, we're just playing in the car majority of the time.
Again, away from the plebs.
Yeah. We went to like Industry City, which is where the activation point was. So they had all the like Pokemon Go like stands, and that's where they gave out the little pins and other things. I was like, "Oh yeah, cool. And then we get back into Times Square-ish area, and I was like, "Okay, cool. I'm good. I'm gonna rest now." And I then catch up with a couple of gaming, and I was like, "Do you guys want to grab dinner? Like, what do you guys want to do?" And it being the last night in New York, they were like, "We kind of want to go see Statue of Liberty, so we're going to go take the Staten Island like ferry." I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, all right, I'll come." I'm like, "How much is it?" They're like, "It's free." I'm like, "Oh yeah, okay, let's go." That's my favorite F word. Yes.
Sounds right.
And we go on it, and then Yaya was talking about like, "Oh yeah, this is like, you know, the ferry from like Spider-Man," and I was like,
No, she
"Oh,"
doesn't, surely.
I'm like, "Oh yeah."
There's a weekend of lies from this one.
Cool. I think I was talking to Louise G, who happened to be in like Louise G is part of my Discord. She lives over in Europe, and she happened to be in New York on that weekend as well. So there's us two foreigners, and she's like, "Oh yeah, that's the house of like Home Alone." I'm like, "Oh." Oh yeah.
Wasted on you. Wasted on you.
This is like the first time I went to New Zealand. Everyone's like, "Yeah, you've seen Lord of the Rings, right?" I'm like, "No." They're like, "Mount Doom? Do you know?" Like, I'm like, "I'm sorry," but I did watch it before Auckland Special Championships, so before going to Hobbiton, I was like, "Okay, I better watch this." But yes, New York is wasted on me. I'm so sorry.
Typically,
All these people.
I've been there before. It's
Yeah.
I left a comment on Battle Cats because I wasn't on the episode, and they were like, they were recording like 3 hours before the event on Thursday.
Yes.
And so they were kind of going like, he could be there. Like, I'm kind of waiting for the tweet. I'm in New York. And I left a comment that was like, I had a great time in New York. The punchline being 10 years ago. But anyway,
I replied with that comment with facts. But yes, again, I know a lot of people, New York City is their bucket list. It's their like, I must go to New York at some point in my life. It was never on my bucket list. And I feel so bad for these people because they're like, did you see this? Did you check out this? I'm just like, no. I had a pizza. I had a bagel. I went to the pizza place where apparently Spider-Man worked at.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, Joe's Pizza. I was just like, oh yeah, cool. Paid Lando Alpha got it for me. He's like, yeah, happy birthday. I'm like, yay, pizza.
Pizza time.
Yeah. It was bagel time and pizza time. A lot of bagel and pizza time. But yeah, we went to Statue of Liberty, Staten Island, just kind of drove past it. And then took some photos with the Pikachu. I don't know if you can see it from here. Liberty Pikachu. And that was the evening. Then we walked down to the financial district, took a photo of the Wall Street Bull, and went to the Twin Towers? No, the memorial site. And but they close it after 9 p.m. So it was after 9 p.m. So I was like, I couldn't see it. I was in the presence of it, but I couldn't see it. And then we got some cheesecake, New York cheesecake, as like my birthday cake thing. Ate it back in the hotel, and then that was pretty much it for Sunday night. So all done. Monday, went to a couple of like souvenir shops to grab some stuff for some friends. And then made my way back to JFK and paid, $150 USD back to the airport. And that's where the fun stops.
All right.
Yeah.
Someone had to have travel issues, huh?
Look, it wouldn't be a good day Battlers episode without a little bit of travel issues.
We need to give Zoinks what he's looking for. Hey,
Zoinks!
I don't know if you're listening, but if you are, this is the time to clock in.
So again, thank you to Greg from America for hooking up some flights for me. And with these flights, they are standby. So what that means is that you don't really have like a guaranteed seat. You just kind of, you're given whatever's left over. And on my app, it said that there was, I think, like 13 seats still left, which is great. So I'm like, okay, should be okay. And at this point, I looked at it and I was like, okay, cool. Looks all pretty good. Get to, I check in, drop my bags off, go through security, get to the gate. I'm waiting for it to like basically allocate me a seat. And at this point, I'm with all these other people that are waiting for a seat as well. They're all also on standby. And there was this lady that was getting more and more anxious. And I asked her, I'm like, are you okay? She's like, this is the second day I've been trying to get on a flight. And I was like, oh, that's not good. And then I talked to another guy that was there and he's just like, yeah, this is my second attempt as well. I tried 2 days ago and I also jump on. And I was like, oh no. And at this point, I see them close the doors. So the door is closed of this plane. And I'm like, surely they don't open it for me. Like, I'm like, oh, okay, right. And I have a chat with the staff, and they were just like, "Oh no, we're not letting anyone else on. It's the pilot's choice of who they like. If they wanted to add more people on or not." And I was like, "Oh, okay, that's fair. That's fair." So I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, how do I get home?" But I guess by this point it was already like 8 p.m. So I was like, okay, first things first, I need to get to a hotel. I need to find some accommodation. So booked a hotel, an airport hotel nearby, stayed there for the night, kind of had a quick chat with Greg, had a quick chat with yourself to see what are the options. And it looked like the next option was to go through Dallas. So I was like, okay, cool. I'll book my flight from JFK to Dallas, and then I'll make the trek from Dallas. Next morning, had a look, and Dallas was very full. And I was like, okay, not getting on that one either. So at this point, the other option was to try again another following day, or to just find a ticket home with like a cheap ticket home. There's no such thing as a cheap ticket home, but like the best way home. I Googled it. The first airline that came up was Emirates. And I'm like, we're not going through the Middle East. Second option was Qatar. I'm like, we're not going through the Middle East. And then third option was Cathay Pacific. So I was like, all right, let's just book a Cathay Pacific flight. It'll be from JFK to Hong Kong, Hong Kong to Perth, which actually was the fastest route home. Like even when I was looking at flights going to JFK from Perth, it was the fastest way. It was like Perth, Hong Kong, straight to New York. And yeah, so booked that in. When I booked it, I wanted an economy seat, but when I booked the economy seat, there was only one seat available left, and it was on the emergency exit in the middle seat, and it was extra $200 to book that seat because it's emergency. And I was just like, oh god. So I refresh it on another page, and it's saying that economy is all sold out, but premium economy is available. And premium economy ended up being cheaper than economy because I didn't have to pay for that seat. So I was like, all right, premium economy is. All right, we'll pay premium economy. We'll go all the way. Done. This is 5 hours before I fly. And I've never bought a ticket so close to like flying out time before. And I was like, oh, okay, all right. At least it's done. Like peace of mind. I can actually go have breakfast, have a shower, check out, take the shuttle, go to the airport. That's fine. So that's all the, I suppose, like the bad things that happened. The rest of the trip went Debbie's way. I get to the gate. They call my name on the intercom, and I was like, oh, okay. What's up?
My mic was muted. I just said Debbie's in trouble twice.
Oh, okay.
But in a sing-song tone.
I see. All I saw was just like you being a little happy Elmo on a toilet kind of vibe.
Yeah, I now realize that I probably said a few other things that didn't come through because my mic was muted. But oh well.
Okay.
We carry on.
I saw you typing, and that was it. Yeah, so they call my name. I go up to the counter, and remember, this is a Cathay Pacific flight, so it goes to Hong Kong. So you can imagine the demographic of people that are going on this flight.
Michael Steranka?
There was no Michael Steranka. He wasn't needing a Farfetch this time.
Oh.
And when they start talking to me, they start Cantonese straight away. And I was like, English, please.
Sorry, I'm not that Asian.
I'm like, Australian passport. And then she was like, oh, sorry, you're being upgraded. I was like, oh. So my premium economy got moved to business class, and I was like, which is like the holy grail of a 16-hour flight is trying to get to business to lay flat. And yeah, I was stoked. I was like, are you sure? I was like double checking, and I'm like, yep, no, group B. Yep, no, it says business on this one. So tore up my last ticket, gave me a new ticket, jumped in. And this also has Wi-Fi on the plane as well, except through Russia. Obviously, there's no Wi-Fi when you go through the Arctic area. And yeah, so that was great. Flatbed, awesome food. And yeah, such a good experience. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Awesome. Get to Hong Kong airport, 4 hours there, had a quick look at, a couple of the stores. Apparently there's a Disney store in there, but I missed it. There's a Lego store there. Get to the gate. bump into some patients as well at the gate, and I was like, "Oh, hi." And they're like, "Oh, Dr. Debbie," and there's me with my Pikachu Honolulu shirt, like, "Hi."
Hey, just at a conference.
This is hello. And then I when you go through security before boarding, they scan your face, and they scanned my face and they said assistance required. I was like, what's wrong with my face? So I go back, have a chat with them. They said, oh, the plane configuration has changed since you booked it to now, so we've moved you to an aisle seat. I'm like, okay, that's fine, aisle's fine. I get my seat and it says 11D, like, is my seat. So in my head, I'm like, okay, 10 seats, then it's my row. So I'm like, okay, cool. I walk into the plane, the front of the plane, and get to the first row. It's row 11. I was like, wait. And I asked the lady next to me, I was like, is this 11? She's like, yeah. I'm like, are you 11A? She's like, yeah. I'm like, I'm 11D. She's like, yeah, you're there. I was like, oh, cool. And this is being at the front, everyone has to walk past me. So obviously my patients have to walk past me as well. So they think I'm a high baller here. I'd just be like, whoa, Dr. Debbie at the front with the business class.
Yeah, this is what your fees pay for. You're paying for this seat.
I was just like, wait. Again, very grateful. It was awesome. So that was a 7-hour flight home, or 7.5-hour flight home. Again, had Wi-Fi, had great food, could sleep flat, had a good snooze, and had my own space. It's just, yeah, it was really nice after everything. And yeah, got home on Thursday. So yeah, that was my trip. That was my Go Fest as well. I know that you played on the Sunday and, you know, rated your heart out for Mewtwo Y with
Dang straight.
probably no Mewtwo X candy at all.
Nah, I cannot Mega Evolve one of those guys by a real long way. But I mean, I got 2 free Mega Evolved ones from Chicago Go Fests. So
Okay.
I have Mega Mewtwo X, but I do not have enough energy to do anything.
Yeah, because when you trade it, like, that goes away as well. So I can't trade you one because you don't have the candy for it. Yeah.
Nah. But so, you know, I have 2.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It is what it is. And one of them was already it's max level. It's level 3, I think.
Oh,
so,
very cool.
Shout out Super Raids or Super Mega Raids or what.
Yeah. Just had to make sure everyone bought a Mega to break the shields. If they didn't bring a Mega, just jump out of the lobby.
It was so annoying as well.
So, yeah.
Oh boy. Anyway.
I didn't lose any raid passes because I was keeping an eye out for that. As soon as I was like, oh yeah, there's 10 or anything under 10, I'll back out. But there were people that stayed till the end, and I'm like, don't do it. You're going to lose it. And then the raid counters, like, you know, it refreshes every half an hour.
Well,
and then you're going to lose it.
The problem was it wasn't about getting up to 10 because the raid glitch was happening to us. And so you'd have a lobby of maybe 17 and then that would drop to 11 because 6 people got glitched out of the raid. And so then you're hoping, you're just hoping that 10 out of the remaining 11 have a Mega. It was atrocious. It was so bad. It was, oh my gosh. Oh well.
Yeah, but we get to do it all over again this Sunday.
Yeah, I don't know who this we is.
Oh,
I might be good.
Really? How many raids did you do again?
59.
59.
And that's with not being able to play for however long.
Yeah. How many shinies did you get?
I don't know. I mean, I've got the app open. Shiny.
Do you have shiny with background?
I only got 1 shiny, and I had the background. Okay. I got a Hundo with the background. Wrong background.
Not the wrong background. It's a good background.
That was. I also liked having a Mewtwo and 4-star and background. Like, the day after New York. So I could be like, yep, here's my guy. I was there. Wrong background.
Well, if you put "and background," yours has like a little flower icon, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Is yours
whereas
the globe?
like there's a globe. But yeah. So that was my quick New York trip that I have bored everyone with.
Oh,
And
come
and
on.
I'm
That's
sure people just like,
then.
Debbie has never seen Spider-Man.
That's the real takeaway is just assume that any piece of film media, Debbie hasn't seen it, unfortunately.
I've seen some.
Yeah,
I've
I
seen
can
the Harry
count it on
Potters.
2 hands, and that's 8 of them.
Hey. I've seen 3 of the How to Train Your Dragons. That's more than 2 hands.
Great point.
Hmm.
Have you really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I even saw the Christmas special.
Well, that doesn't count. That's not a film. That's...
It wasn't a film.
Anyway, I guess anything else to say?
No, I had a great time. Sorry to the haters. I don't know what else to say. Like, I got invited. I didn't know what was happening. I got a Mewtwo. Yeah. Like, again, the 2,000 people that were invited or like were in the prep, like in Times Square, only a small, so small percentage were creators. Like, and I think because the creators have a stronger following and more views, it's gonna seem like it was a heap of creators when there wasn't. Like, it might look that or feel that way. It wasn't. There was a good chunk of community ambassadors. There was a good chunk of like locals that were invited.
I don't know. I mean, like, I don't know if that's really the problem. To be honest with you.
Well, I don't. Yeah, okay, but that was a problem for some people.
Sure. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. I truly don't think it's a big deal.
I
It is
didn't think
what it
so
is.
either until logged on, and I was like, oh,
Like again, I get it, and it's like it did feel like this. I think this stream was like, and this is no hate towards Lander Alpha or Awesome Adam or Mystic 7 at all. Because there are many, many, many people. These guys do have audiences that love to watch them like play the game in this sort of fashion.
Yeah.
But for people that were not their regular audience, that are outside of that specific sphere in Pokemon Go, which is where I fall into, like I'm not watching their content personally. The stream was so lame. It's like, it's just a FOMO stream. it's like, I'm glad they're having fun, I guess. Where like you've got a direct comparison to like the Go Fest stream that PvPSteve and Gabby did, and like they try to have a little bit more going on. Was a little bit more entertaining, I guess. Which again that's a subjective comment because there are plenty of people that enjoy watching like Fleece King just grind, right?
Yeah.
So like those guys, I'm sure there was stuff to enjoy, but like wasn't really. I was like,
it was the vibe that I heard. Again, I didn't watch the stream when I was present, but the vibe that I got from people messaging me afterwards was like, you were the best part of the stream. I was like, I was briefly there for like less than a minute. I don't know what you're talking about. It's like, yeah. I'm like, oh, okay.
Like I didn't watch that much of it because I was at work. Like I pulled it up on my work computer so I could get the 10 Rare XL candy, but I wasn't really watching. But it was just like I missed the Mewtwo bit, and the VOD has been deleted, so can't watch it back. But it's sort of like I think I watched it on like someone clipped it or something to like show what happened. And again, it's like I kind of get the vibes of like, it would have been really cool to be there, but like I don't know. Again, there was speculation from Caleb sort of just talk to someone that knows about Times Square stuff, like outside of Pokemon stuff, and he was like, it was probably like a $20 million spend. For an event for 2,000 people. Just a little bit like
someone asked Kestrel and asked, is this roughly in the 8 figures?
Is that good to say? Is that
I don't know.
I don't know.
And again, it was just more like they didn't make a comment, but they just kind of like smiled and walked away. So I was just, again, that's what I heard from someone. So
yeah, I'm sure it's not cheap.
No,
put it that way. But anyway, Oh, I don't care. So whatever.
And for those that have been DMing me, no, you cannot have my extra Mewtwo.
Oh. No, I was just trying to play hard to get.
Oh, is that right?
I care really deeply, actually.
I knew it. I knew it.
It
After
means
all,
a
you
lot to
you were
me.
saving this forever friend trade for that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Look, just as someone that didn't even play in 2016, it just it hits me right here. I almost didn't tweet anything because it felt like stolen valor, because it was like, I have not been here for 10 years. Like, I haven't even been here for 8, man.
But you made the most of it.
Yeah. One way to put it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Anyway,
Mhm.
I guess if there's nothing else, we can go YouTube comments.
Yeah, YouTube comments. I mean, yeah, that's my second America trip in 2 months.
Welcome to the club, dog.
Is this how it feels to be you? I don't know if I like this.
You're about to paint it together in the same way as last year. I did why did I did 3 North America in a row. Oh, family trip. Family trip into NAIC into Worlds.
Yep.
I guess this year I did San Juan into NAIC into Worlds. So it's actually also the triple US in not that many months, 5 months.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
welcome to the club.
Anyway.
Comment for the YouTube algorithm. The beginning is new. We love. The beginning is new? Oh, because it was like clips and like photos? I don't think it was the first time we did photos. You did photos.
No.
I shouldn't say we. You did all the work. I did nothing.
There's a few episodes where I do that, but anyway.
Also, Debbie, you look so cozy in this episode, and hair looking lovely as always.
Thank
Comment for the visa story from Steve. Oh yeah, I did say that at the last one. I was like,
maybe the next one or today. Do you want to do it today?
I mean,
I'm good. I can add it in. It's up to you.
All right, I'll blast it. We'll get through comments, and then I'll blast visa story.
Okay. All right.
Golf Professor says Americans watching Mosey, which is crazy because I don't see him as Americans watching, but like at some point that switch has got to flip, I should really start considering. But it's like I didn't know him as an American. I knew him as like Australia guy.
In my head it's still like the Perth kid.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Super cool to hear all the behind the scenes, Steve. Glad to hear you both had a great time, and it was good to see you there, GP, as well. Cola said nothing could go wrong, and nothing ever does. All works out in the end. Tristan says, "What does Melbourne mean?" I don't know what we were talking about.
Weather?
Probably
weather.
It must have been weather, which is just, it's temperamental. It flips on a dime. You get 4 seasons in a day. The OCIC 2023 casters know what the vibe is.
Yeah.
And then last comment, I'm curious about the IC loser side stat because Pato won EOIC from the loser side unless it was only for NAIC. Great point. I think that the point was that it was the as of NAIC 2025, I guess, was actually when the stat ran up until, because Axon's video was for NAIC 2025, even though he uploaded it like barely before NAIC 2026. Like it took him almost a year to get the video up, but I think that streak was just up to that point, I guess, because Pato did do that. But okay, blasting visa story. Because again, it was not like the time gap between the NAIC caster announcement was insane. In that, like, it was announced for the first time, like 2 weeks before NAIC. It was just bananas. It was like, what the heck is going on here? Because LAIC and EUIC, they got announced like 2 months before. So
it was a long wait.
Very long wait for me to just twiddle my thumbs and not like stick to my story. And like, I'm not playing NAIC.
Give Taj a heart attack. Yeah.
Stress him out that I might be going for points to qualify. So I had to get my visa, and that was also really last minute. Like, they hired a legal firm that sort of helped out with stuff and heaps of documents. I had to print out 100 color pages, and I sort of had it all in this folder and stuff. Turns out I needed barely any of this in the end, but it's all like they were printing out like my Liquipedia articles and OCIC and like my YouTube channel. They had like pages and pages of my YouTube channel printed out. It was like, holy smokes, there's a lot of stuff in here. On top of like employment letters and background letters and like information about
which YouTube videos did they print out?
just like all of the most recent ones. And then I think they went to the popular tab as well.
Okay, yeah.
Which why is there one that's worrying?
No, I'm just wondering, like, you know, how far back were they gonna go? Like, is it from like your sylph days or
no.
I know those are hidden, but like I was wondering if it was like the ones from the old house, you know, the angled roof.
Yeah. No. I mean, I don't think that's ever in a thumbnail, to be fair. But like anyway, all of these printouts, all sorts of stuff, legal representation letters, etc. And so I get this legal appointment that is bare weeks before NAIC. So it's like, if this doesn't go right, it's Jova, man. It's to get my foreign media visa. And so I have to take time off work. I have to take a day off work to go to this appointment because I have to go to the consulate in Sydney. It takes me 3 hours to get there. They only open at 10 a.m. It's like from 10 to 4. I don't remember exactly what it was. It was like the middle of the day only. So it was there's no ability to go to work, basically. So it's like I have to take a day off. And so I head down, I wait in a little booth. You go into this building that is like this room that is actually next to the proper building, that is just a holding area, basically. And then a security guard comes on in when it's sort of like, okay, when's your appointment? Okay, you three come with me. And then he sort of lead you into the proper building, the proper consulate building. They like make you sort of stand in line against this wall, and they're like, turn off your phone, hand it over. It's like, oh, okay. And then you go through this airport security. You hand over some of your forms. They look at it. They staple some stuff together. They give you whatever. Then I put my World Championships backpack through the metal detector. The airline
World champion or the Honolulu one?
The Honolulu World Championships.
Oh yeah.
That's what Honolulu was, dog.
Yeah.
And so I put it through, and it's all serious. Then the security guard on the other side of the conveyor belt pulls the bag off, and he's like, "Oh, is that from the World Championships?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Oh, did you play?" And I was like, like I didn't in Honolulu, but I did in Anaheim last year. And I was like, "Yeah, I didn't do too well, but." And he was like, "Oh, you playing this year? Like, you going over?" And I was like, "Oh, all of this like visa stuff. Like, I'm actually heading over to the US to commentate like a tournament like next month." It's like, "Oh, wait, that's way cooler." I was like, "Oh, right." Like, have this otherwise dead silent room. This is like, it's all serious until this happens. And I'm like, all right. Anyway, they sort of file your phone away in a drawer. You don't get it back ever. And you,
Steve loses another phone. Who knew?
It's gone again. This time the US stole it from me. They do that sort of thing. Anyway, so you follow down this corridor, you get into an elevator that brings you up to the right floor. You line up, it's like a 2-step process. You've got to talk to one window, and then you've got to get in a line for another window. The first window is pretty quick smart. The second one is long. There are so many people, and all I'm left to do, because I don't have my phone, I don't know how long this is going to take. I didn't bring any book or anything. I wasn't prepared. I didn't think that I was going to lose my phone, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
I was not prepared for that. I don't remember who I was messaging, but I was halfway through a message when the Secco came in to like grab me and pull me to the next room. So someone got a half message, and it could have been you. I don't remember who it was.
I think it was me. Because I think you came back later and go, "I have my phone back now."
Yeah. Like, no warning. I just dropped off the face of the planet.
Yeah. I was just like, okay.
They took my phone. So all I'm doing is I'm like listening to all of the interviews before me, and I'm just like, what questions are they asking? Like, how prepped do I need to be? Because look, like the legal firm also gave me a drill of like, this is how you answer the questions. This is yada yada yada. I won't go into specifics on all of that. But it's like, I was just listening, and there are some wacky people going through, man. Like, it was some the system is gunked up with a lot of folks, it turns out. There are a lot of like people for airlines and stuff as well. Like, there was one guy that was going over to be a kayak instructor at some like camping grounds for some like summer camp. It was like there was all sorts of stuff. And some of these guys were getting grilled, but I noticed that one lady was being a little bit kinder than all of the others. So I was like, that's where I'm headed. And so, like, you know, I sort of manipulate my way through the line. We get split up into different lines at some point eventually. I get into that line. I go up and I chat to her, and like I've got this folder of documents. I read up, like I watched YouTube videos online of how this generally goes, and they're like, never try and like, you know, don't force any documents on them. If they want something, they'll ask for it. They're probably not going to ask for anything. Like anything you bring is probably a waste. It's good to have it in case, but probably don't need it.
Yeah.
So I just had it sitting there. I gave her the documents she did want, and she, she asked like, "Oh, why are you going to the US?" And I go to commentate a video game tournament, and she's like, "Oh. Okay." And then she starts to read my employment letter. And she's like, "Oh, Pokemon. Oh, that's cool." And then basically asks no more questions, clears me through. It's like, all right, I guess you're in. It was just like the mention of Pokemon is all you needed. It's like, oh.
It's a secret password.
Yeah, it turns out. GG's. So yeah, they tell me that I have to go to another window to pay, and then I have to come back to the same window. It's all a whole process. I pay another gazillion dollars. I already paid an application fee, which was like 100 and I don't remember what it was, 150 USD, and then I had to pay another processing fee to actually get the visa, which is another like 80 USD or something. I was like, oh my gosh, they really don't miss you. And then I have to hand over my passport, and then I don't get it back. They just keep it, and I have to go back in a week or two to pick it up again, which means I have to take another day off work just to go to Sydney so I could go and get this passport. Now, the postage is an option. You can get it posted to you.
However,
but with such little time, or there were two things. One, with such little time between this appointment, which again was requested by the legal firm because they wanted to get their documents ready in time, and NAIC, because I was flying out early to go to GoFest, I was like, this is tight enough that if anything goes wrong, I'm not going to get my passport. And then I was also going out for a work trip for a week. It's the middle of nowhere.
Right. I do remember this now. Yeah.
And so I was going to be driving back home on Friday, only to then have to then go back to Sydney on Saturday morning, bright and early, 4 a.m. train or whatever it was, to then fly out to the US for a week. It was all total shambles. And so I was like, look, I can't risk it. I'm going to have to take another day off work to go pick up my passport, which is heaps annoying. So I was burning some leave, to say the least. But I got my passport. There's a full page of my passport that just like is red, white, and blue now. Yeah, I guess that's the visa story.
I wonder, like, if Pokemon, like, as soon as security see Pokemon, they're just kind of like, like, because when I got to New York and I went through customs, or like went through security, I got there, handed my passport. They looked at me, and then they gave my passport back. I just that was it. I was like, no hi, no hello, no fingerprint, no nothing. They were just kind of like, you can go. and I'm like, what do I like? Oh, okay. So I don't know whether it's the face. I don't know whether they've just already like gone through my passport. But I was like, then I'm like, oh wait, I do have a lot of Pokemon merchandise on.
Look innocent enough.
Do I? But yeah, that's a extensive visa. Now, I guess the question is, how long does that visa last for?
5 years.
Okay.
So we're good to 2031, I think.
All right. Well, fingers crossed for you that you use a lot of it.
Hey, look, I had a great time. I would go back anytime if they would have me. I guess it does only tick off North America though. Like if I was ever asked to do like LAIC or EUIC, different visa, start again. Yeah. But hey, I'll do it. I'll do it in a heartbeat.
Look, with the current 5 tournaments in North America, who knows what will happen?
Oh, dearie me. Anyway, I think that is everything we have to say, which I'll be honest with you, Debbie, I kind of wasn't expecting this to be as long as it was.
Yeah. Sorry, my New York adventure was a bit long.
No, I just didn't think about didn't think about it. That's my bad, I guess.
Mm.
But yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in. Go subscribe to the YouTube channel, even if you are listening on a audio only platform, just so we can get that number up, please. And thank you. We're at 92 subscribers at the moment, so we're only 8 away from the 100 mark. Get triple figures. Yeah, we'll catch you in the next one. I don't know what our plan is between now and the World Championships. Obviously, every year before now we were doing the Road to Worlds stuff. We've left it a little bit late. So I don't know what the plan is at this point. We've both been pretty busy for very different reasons. So we'll see. I mean, to be fair, we've got 2 episodes out now since NAIC. The Show 6 podcast, they've got diddly squat because Ziz Wireless has had to cover the World Cup for his main job. And so he's been a bit busy.
I see.
To be fair.
So he should be free now.
It should be free now. So I actually would there's a universe that the Show 6 podcast beats us to this episode being out, technically. So this could be an outdated blast. But
we'll see.
We'll find out.
We will find out.
Anyway, thanks everyone. Thanks Anema for supporting on Patreon. And we'll catch
Anema.
everyone in the next episode and see you at Worlds if you're going to be there.
6 weeks. San Fran.
6 weeks. And if you want my Hundo background Mewtwo, too bad, hands off.
Not guaranteed Hundo for the trade.
You don't know. You've never tried.
Do you want to try? I've got one to trade with a background.
We'll mirror trade Hundo background Mewtwo's. How about
that? Yeah. Let's do that. Yeah. I got one. Yeah. I got two actually, but yeah. Okay, bye.
You good?
I was going for the good day, and there's the G part. It just started choking on that.
Are you desperate for a blooper? Is that what's? Is this a desperate cry for please put something at the end of the episode?
No.
Because for people watching at home, the thing she immediately said right before that happened was, "Oh, is the conversation we just had the blooper at the end?" And then I was like, "Nah," and then she was like, "Fine, I'll do it myself."
Was it? Oh, okay. All right. Okay.